Sorry. I need a break from editing. I hope y'all are doing alright. It's been a minute. Hi, yeah, she's a little squeaker. She's on my lap. I haven't named her yet. I'm thinking about it. Because I want to see her personality first. But she's just chilling. She's on my lap. You want to say hi? If you ever had a guinea pig where they like flick their heads up when they're like, don't touch me, that's what she's doing right now. But she's in my lap. She's in my lap. She's getting used to it. Hi, Paula. I needed a break. I've been editing. Hold on, I'll show you. I've been editing the transcripts from hearing day one. I needed a break from it. It's been a lot. I don't want to grab you by the wrong way. She is so tiny, y'all. Look, I know. Hi. She's a baby. You want to say hi? Or your friends? You hear her? She rumble struts when I touch her butt. He's so cute. Y'all, she's so tiny. Hi, I'm medicated. I hope you're doing all right. She's so tiny. What are you doing? You're not going to say hi? But she's getting used to the smells of the cats. I know that they do better. Sorry. You hear her? She doesn't like her butt touched. She's cute. You're a baby. I haven't named her yet. Hi, Crystal. I haven't named her yet because I want to, like, you hear her? Hi, Luann. That means don't touch me there. Yeah. No touch. Say, she's giving me attitude. You give me piggy dudes. You give me piggy dudes. I know that they do better with, you hear her? I know, yeah. I know that they do better in multiples, y'all. I know that they're herd animals. But I want her to get, you hear her? I don't like it. Say, I don't like it. I know that they do better in pairs and such. I get it. But I want her to get used to her surroundings before, you hear it? Before I do that. And also, oh, look at her face. Look at that little face. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less, but she's still adjusting, you know? What's her smell? What's her smell? She's still adjusting, so we're getting used to it. She's a baby. She's young. Maybe a couple of weeks. I haven't named her yet. I'm trying to see, like, what she's like, her personality first. But eventually I'll get another one. I'll tell you what I won't do. I won't wind up with 5 because I don't think that people truly understand how expensive they are. But she was in Petco. I went into Petco for cat grass. And I walked in and she was sitting in the cage all alone. And if you don't know, big chain stores, they don't treat them right. So I couldn't leave her there. Right, pretty girl? So she's just acclimating to her new home. But she's really, hi. Yeah, I hold her because I don't want her to be hand shy. Right? Like I want her to be able to know that she could take, you hear her? I don't like it, Mommy. I don't like that. She's getting used to it. Hi, Tracy. She is so tiny, y'all. They've been good. And this is another thing. Finn used to jump in my girls' enclosure and just lay with them. Like she didn't hurt them. She didn't bother. Hi, Aaron. What up, Tiffany? She didn't bother them at all. They got used to her, you know. But she's just chilling. Ooh, you hear her? She's a guinea pig. You hear her? What's her saying? You saying hi? I worry more. Caitlin. You hear her? She's talking. Hi, Beans. What's the matter? I worry more about Villy because she's a fucking animal. Mocha, I already had Mocha. My last girls were Mocha, Baby, Peppa, Peanut, Bella. and Chai. What up, butterflies? I hope you're doing all right. Yira, are you saying hi? Frappe, not frappe. She's talking. She's making little sounds. But I've been trying to keep her out, like on my lap. Right, Beans, exactly. I worry more about Villain. Maybe, like, once she gets a little bigger, it might be a little different. But right now, they are very talkative. And I think I appreciate you, Cindy. I think that's a misconception because they are very smart. They all have their own, she wants to go in here. They all have their own personalities. Like, all 5 of my girls were very different. They were very different. So, but I want her to get used to being handled because I really don't like to cage them. I will if I have to, Right, Ryan. They are very smart. Hi, Mahalo. I don't want to have to cage her, but if Billy doesn't acclimate, then I will, Because I feel bad caging them. Yira? Oh, Piggy Toots. Oh, God, Piggy Toots. She's talking. Yira? Oh, say hi. She has such a tiny voice. But she's telling me, bitch, put me back. I don't like it. I know, it's so cute. Can you hear her? Yeah, I've been thinking about it, but I have to, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, Finn, I don't worry about. Like, is it a new pet? Yes. But she's talking. I don't know if you can hear it. It's okay, little one. It's okay. But I haven't, hold on, y'all. Let me put her back so she's comfortable. I haven't decided. I want to see, like, what her personality is like first, Hi, thanks, Bird Dirt. And I just needed to take a break. I have to get her to the vet because I've noticed, like, I think she's got something. But she's chilling. I'm sure she's never had, like, vegetables and stuff. Somebody said, it was you, Spotter, wasn't it? Because, like, Easter coming up, Peep or Peeper, she's young. When that was the first thing, when she's my favorite breed. I love Abyssinian guinea pigs. Okay? You need my help? What's wrong? Also, I did email the attorney this morning. I know, but, like, that's why I can't leave them there. That's why when I see them in there, it, like, does something to me. Hi, Darby. Because I know that they're not treated right. I know that they have. So I just can't. Oh yeah, the guinea pigs have 2. They have 2 uteruses, so they could be pregnant twice at the same time. It's crazy, isn't it? I got through. I had 1,100 DMs on this account. I got through a bunch of them, and now I have, what up, Big Banks? Now I have like 300, and I'm working on it. Just give me some time. There's another one that I like a lot. Hi, Ziggy, that you don't see a lot. I forget the breed of it. But they're huge overseas, but not here. I got through, Ryan, I sent Ryan a screenshot. I went from like 1,100 to like 300 and something, and I was done. It's so much, y'all. Like, it's so much. I did send the attorney for the copyright case an email before I came live because I was thinking that there's something, thanks, Coinga, there's something that he could do as far as like a cease and desist to the platform in order to make us stop now. Can I talk about it? I didn't see it, but she's a liar. JJ, are you here? I didn't watch, I know that they exist, right? I've heard bits and pieces. of what was said in them. And for people that heard the Johnny call, they know that my call with Johnny destroys that entire waste of time 3-part series. Yeah. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate, but I blocked him. I knew that she was going to do this. And I think that we have to go back in time and remember what Brian said, right? Brian said to me, she's never going to admit to a lie. She will manufacture whatever she needs to manufacture in order to make people believe that she's not the one lying. Also, I think that people that have been around for a while, thanks Florida, will know doth protest too much, right? Truth doesn't need defending. So if you're getting on the internet and making a 3-part video, that's a little more explanation to me. So I don't have to see it because I know what the situation is. And it's just her attempting to deflect by playing victim when she stole from people. And people are not going to forget that she stole from people, no matter how much she tries to lie about it. Also, I think that his family, who I would believe over her any day of the week, have been on the phone with him while she was assaulting him. They heard the whole thing. He was on the phone with his dying, now deceased brother, okay, while that entire situation was happening. Do with that as you will. I don't know Cindy because I blocked him. Hi, Shay. She's on my lap. She's just chilling. It is sad, but guess what? It ain't my problem. It ain't my problem. It ain't my problem. So whatever happens from this point out, it ain't my problem. What is my problem is that she stole from us. That's my problem. He is a big boy. He is a big boy. And I told him in one of the also while I'm here, I appreciate you, Lynn. She's on my lap. I heard that she said that, number one, she was evicted. That's why she left that apartment. Hi, baby blue eyes. She didn't leave that apartment because people knew her address. That is not why she left that apartment. She was evicted. The other thing was, what was it? Oh, she said that that Johnny was assaulting her because people were sending him things on the internet. Okay? She lied. I just want people to understand that there are many people that have seen Johnny and I's entire conversation. I never sent him shit. I never sent him shit. So I don't know where that's coming from, okay? I didn't send him shit. Our DMs have been posted for I don't even know how long, and I still have a shit ton more. Same beans. Also, I think it's important for people to realize I told Johnny she was going to do this. He knew, and he made the wrong decisions. That's not my problem. That is not my problem. So it's unfortunate. I don't know why she thinks people need her for clicks, likes, and views. It's sort of the other way around. Also, to the person that she says was on the phone and she's been sending them everything that's going on so that she had a witness, I'm just going to throw it out there. That's what she did with me. Yeah, that's what she did to me. And she still lied. And I'm just going to leave y'all with that. Exactly. A grown-ass man. He is a grown-ass man making grown-ass decisions, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. But it ain't my problem. It takes a lot for me to walk away from a situation and just cut communication. And I'm done with it. And that's that. The people that he goes to, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 people to blow up and get in touch with me, they now know, do not contact me for him. I don't give a shit if he is on fire. Do not contact me for him. Hi, Chevy. Hi, Give a Talk. It is not my problem. I don't want anything to do with it, and I'm just leaving it at that. I do know that she said that the case was closed. That is not true. That is not true. In fact, I see more charges coming, but that's just me. Right, and I've been there. Hi, I've been there. But guess what? I don't have to take it. I sure don't. It ain't my problem. It is a him problem that he got himself into, and he is going to have to get himself out of. Because unfortunately, there were people in his family that also have to walk away because of they have to protect their own peace. And I understand that. Hi, y'all. I've been there, right? I've had to walk away from people. What up, Val Pal? I've had to walk away from people that were in active addiction because I've done all I could do, and it wasn't changing anything. It is a charge. Hi, Karma. As a matter of fact, there's somebody going through her terms of probation and attaching proof of her violating said probation over and over and over. Hi, Melissa. Listen, I personally believe she should be in prison. Probation is a luxury that she should not have. If you cannot respect the terms of your probation, you shouldn't have it. And she violates, hi Veda, she violates probation every single time she sticks a rig in her arm. That's just what it is. It's a her problem. It's not, and that sucks, Mahalo, but guess what? It ain't my problem. It ain't my problem. I know that his family has enough to deal with right now. They don't need to be chasing after a grown man. Also, thank you, JJ. Cleaning houses is absolutely code word for selling her ass. I also noticed that she left out, hi, Georgie, Johnny's Cash App is full of payments from men. It sure is. Do with that as you may. So she has this habit of when she's trying to tell a story, she's not giving the main facts to why these things are happening. Why are they arguing? Because she lies to him about selling her ass. That's why. Well, Valpal, good for you. That is not the case over there. Hi, Melissa. Right, and that too, right? Like, people have to, it sucks. And I think that a lot of us have been there, right? Where I say it all the time. It is much harder to love an addict than to be the addict. The addict is wreaking all this fucking havoc all over the place, right? They're not feeling the consequences of what they're doing until it's too late, right? The person that is not the addict and is trying to help the addict, they exhaust themselves. And after you try this and 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 you try this, there comes a point in time where you have to walk away for your own sanity. And that's just the truth of it. Also, I know that people are questioning the statement, amen. I know that people were questioning the statement. She used her daughter to get him to write that statement. Do you want me to repeat that? The same way she cornered her kid and asked her kid about a massage license is exactly what she did with the statement from Johnny. Do with that as you may. You can't use his mental health as an excuse. Okay? You can't do that. I know, and honestly, I've just been so fucking over it. I really have been over it. Also, same beans. Also, I think it's important to say that she lives like a fucking slob. All right? Brian told me, and if you remember her old live streams, it was disgusting in her house. She ain't cleaning shit. Hi, DB. Valpal, I appreciate you. Also, let me just really quickly, that man is my uncle. And it was, the photo is me and my uncle. I was trying to answer some comments before I came live. Hi to Mama. He is my father's youngest brother. And it's really sad. He got bit by a dog that he was dog sitting. And he developed compartment syndrome. When he went to the hospital for them to stitch the bite that was so deep that it tore the muscle, he stroked in the OR, and they got him back, but he didn't have brain activity. I've never even heard of such a thing, but here we are. If you're an addict, you may know what compartment syndrome actually is, because addicts sometimes get it, but it often leads to an amputation, and it's terrible, but I guess accidents happen. It's weird because I was just talking to somebody, like one of my cousins, about this, where so my goddaughter also just had a baby, right? So I was talking to my sister about it, because my sister and my goddaughter have the same birthday, right? My sister's, the baby just turned 1. Yeah, she's on my lap scurrying around. My sister, the baby just turned 1, and my goddaughter just had a baby. So I was like, that would be crazy if they have the same, you and my goddaughter have the same birthday, and then your sons both had the same birthday. Like, that would be crazy. And she missed it by 11 hours. But anyhow, I know, same. Hi, Allie. I'm in this period where, hi, Paisley, I am the Thai, right? Where, like, the people that were my aunts and uncles, like, they're all dying, and then everybody's having a baby. It's crazy to be, like, in this era, you know? No, my dad died before my mom. It's like, hold on, y'all. My cousin, hi Colleen, he I feel bad because he was the one that ultimately had to pull the plug, and it's difficult to make that decision, right? Exactly, Mahalo. And I've never even heard of such a thing, y'all. I was walking into the DMV yesterday, and on the phone with my aunt, and it's crazy. The way that things happen, like, what are the chances of that? And he's young, and like, so I was an only child for a long time, right? My uncle, the one that just passed away, his wife had a sister who they raised, right? My aunt and uncle raised her because both of her parents died by the time she was 7. So they raised her, and we were real close in age, so I, like, lived at their house. So it's sad. It's, no, getting bit by a dog. I'm talking about the series of events. And like, my stepfather is a doctor at that facility, and he'll usually call me. Like, when my dad was sick and he came in, like, he was on the phone, like, your father just came in and I'm working on him, you know? And he usually calls me when he sees the last name, but he works, like, legit 12, 18-hour shifts. I tried to call him yesterday because my cousin is now trying to make all these moves. He didn't have a will. He got a settlement and has a decent amount of money in the bank, and I'm trying to help them with that. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's a lot for somebody that's never done it before. You understand? Probate and surrogacy and... What's going on in the chat? hi, Pam. She's fussing on my lap. Block it. I missed it. I'm sorry. I got a text message. Right, and that's the sad thing, right? Is that nobody knows how to deal with probate surrogacy court. Nobody knows how to do that until you got to deal with it, right? And then on top of it, hi Jeff, what up, bless? It's Staten Island. It's crazy. Like, and I tried to tell him, I'm like, I didn't like my mom's like everything with my mom. It took a while, and my mother had a will, you know. So I'm just trying to help where I can. I think that hi oxymoron. I think it just sucks. What up, Rainbow? I appreciate you. Right, and that's what I'm saying. So like you don't understand until you get there. You know? I appreciate you really happy to jump. Oh, speaking of, okay, I tried what mascara did we the YSL. I didn't like it. But you know what I figured out? Hi, service dog. Right, and it's just really difficult. I used the Better Than Sex primer with a $5 mascara, and it worked fantastic. Fantastic. Right, I feel like we're at the age, y'all, where like it's just constant, you know. I know. I don't know why I didn't think, and I guess if you're buying the primer, you might as well buy the mascara because it's the same shit. But the primer and Essence Falsies, I used that today and I love it. Oh, you're always welcome. Right. But like if you're going to spend it anyway. Yeah, I've seen them, but I haven't gotten them. What up, Feisty? It's a lot, and I'm trying to help, and it's not when you're what's the right word, like it's one of those things that you don't know what to do until you got to get through it. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to help him like put the pieces where they need to go, but it's really difficult. It's not easy. What up, Rhonda? And especially while I'm here. Right, listen, Mahalo, I was talking, my son's girlfriend texted me before, and I was talking to her, and like I'm looking for my chapstick, I'm sorry. I started like making a statement in the text message and just went to something else, and I'm like, when I was reading it back, I'm like, oh my God, that was so bad. It was so bad he's been with her for a few years. My daughter was invited to the International Psych Honor Society. Right, it's crazy. My kids are so good. What's the matter, little one? She's on my lap. Hi, Kim. She's on my lap, you see. What are you doing in here? Hiding. She's so cute. Yeah, she's a good kid. So you know what I started doing was puzzles. I got puzzles and Legos and like brain stuff, you know? Right. I've been trying to, because I thought that it would be gone by now. You know, what up, Stewie? But here I am, you know? No, Finn has been here before though. Finn knows that they're like pets, you know? So she don't really fuck with them. But Villain, I worry about Villain, but she's not really, like, she's not in here right now. Look. Oh, say hi. Oh, say hi. She's cute. I don't care what they say. I don't give a single fuck what they say. Yeah, she's so tiny. And I know that, like, the videos don't do it justice because she's quite literally the size of my hand. It's so crazy. But she's getting used to it. I appreciate you, Beauty Junkie. She's so tiny, y'all. She's just, like, no, I didn't. I'm waiting to see, like, what her personality is. Look. What are you doing? Oh, say hi. She's learning, but she's young. I think she might be. Oh, is it Stewie's birthday? She's talking now because I disturbed her. She's the smallest one I've ever had. She's an Abyssinian. Oh, Kim, I really don't give a fuck what they say, to be honest. I don't cage them. I don't cage them. I feel terrible caging them. But he hasn't answered me yet. Actually, I should check. But that's where I'm going with it. I want to see if there's a... Oh, he did. I'm sorry. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me read his response. Okay. Feist, are you still here? Did you see this? I don't know why people think that we would make false letters to an attorney. We don't have to do that. Why would we do that? Let me say hi. Want to say hi? Say hi. It's okay. She's a baby. Hi. She's a bit. What up, Squish? She's so tiny. She's so tiny. And I've been like trying to. She's so tiny. I've been trying to like let her acclimate, you know. Yesterday when I got in, no problem, I left the door open, right? So that the cats could get used to it. As long as I'm in here, I could pretty much keep a handle on it. She is so tiny, y'all. So tiny. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Do they need vaccines? I'm going to take her to the vet because there's something... it sounds like a sneeze, and I just prefer to take her to the vet because I don't trust big chain pet stores. Also, I know that there are people, I am very well aware that guinea pigs don't do well alone. I'm looking for, I will rescue one. That way I could give one a really good home, you know? Hi. I don't give a shit what Brownie says. I can't take anybody seriously that doesn't get in their car and drive a half hour. You know, it doesn't matter to me. Exactly. And that's why I want to get her in. It's being worked on. Hi, Callie girl. So, like, I don't give a shit what they say. There are people in this chat, people try to send me videos fucking that people post there. I don't even watch them. And I can't fucking imagine spending all my time talking about somebody and the person not even acknowledging it enough to watch. That like, I would think I would be embarrassed, to be honest. Right, I don't give a shit. It ain't changing nothing about me or what I got going on. I don't give a fuck what she says. Right. Bree, they're herd animals. I don't know how long you've had it, so it's a really difficult decision for me to make, but they 100 people think that they're like easy pets. They're not easy pets. They're also expensive pets because like the amount that I spent on 5 in veggies was a lot different than what I'm gonna spend on her. But I think that they do better in pairs for sure. But it depends. It depends on how long you've had them, right? They do, you know, you could train them to do tricks. Watch, I'll see if I can get her to talk. Watch. Yeah, see, it might be difficult now to do some shit like that, right? And males are a lot different than females as far as bonding goes. Watch what she does. She'll start talking. Watch. Yeah, they do tricks.
Having 3 cats.
Wait, I'm sorry. You hear it? You hear it? They're so cute.
If your apartment has a...
I love them. That's the sound she was just making, telling me, get off me. You see her staring? What is it, little one? She's like, now is not the time, ma'am. So she will learn. She will learn that like my girls, I couldn't open the refrigerator and they wouldn't start screaming. She'll learn the sounds of like the veggie bags. You know, she'll learn. She's really new. I'm sorry. They do, listen, I have to clean her enclosure twice a day. That just comes with it. The cats are good so far. They probably don't know she's on my lap, but they're good so far. Also, you got to remember, like, the cats sleep with me. She's not going to sleep with me. So they're smarter than what people think they are. Right. They make noise when they know the food is coming, and you can't feed them enough. Like, they will eat, hi Melissa, they will eat as many veggies as you're going to give them. Justice. Thin's doing good. But they are not, I know that people nah, she's not biting. I know that people think that they're good animals for kids. They're not. They're not. They're really smart, and they're very social as well. I'm sure she is. Listen, Finn was not happy. If you remember, I posted that video of her back talking and fucking yelling at me, right? She was yelling at me. Exactly. They're very guinea pigs. Sugar. Right. But they are very social creatures. They like interaction. They like stuff like that. So I don't think, right. I don't think that, I know that people get them for their kids as like a first pet. It should never be a first pet. I haven't named her yet. I'm trying to see her personality. What you doing, little one? Here. She's like, don't fucking touch me. Listen, Val Pal, my daughter's doing her thesis on with mice, and girl, she complains about it to me every day. Every day she's complaining. Can you see? She's here. It's okay, little one. That's what I call her until I get a name for her. You and Finn are on the same team. Here, hold on. Come here, little one. Want to say hi? Want to say? Yeah? She's so tiny. What's he doing? He's so tiny. Hi, Deanna. Y'all, look at my hands. Yeah, she's telling me don't touch me there. She doesn't like it. She's a baby. Are you a baby? It's okay. You hear her? Can you hear it from there? Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, Melissa. That's what I was doing actually before I came. Yeah, she's sassy. She's gonna fit right in. Did you see somebody in my comments say to name her Fancy Feast? I was dying. It's okay, little one. It's okay. My guinea pigs would put their nose all the way up in the air so I could give them chin rubs. Yeah, cat food. Somebody said to call her Fancy Feast. She's a baby. Hi, Crazy Chrissy. She's so tiny, y'all. But like, I don't want to want to like overwhelm her, you know? So I only take her out a little bit at a time so that she could get used to being handled, because I want her to not be hand shy. Yeah, a lot of people say Ginger, right? And listen, she's so, I love them. They're my favorite breed. So I went into Petco for the cat grass, right? And I went by her, and she was hiding in like the corner of the cage behind the hidey thing. And I was like, and I saw her, my other guinea pig was named Mocha. I saw her like swirls in her fur, and I knew, I was like, she's got to be an Abyssinian. And I asked them to let me see her, and once I saw her face, I was like, okay. So I know, Tracy, same. Yeah, I gotta get to Papa too. I'm working on it. Listen, I would have a whole fucking farm if I could. I think that people don't necessarily understand. I would have a whole farm if I could. Finn might not like it, but I would do it anyway. She'll get used to it. She still bitches about villain. So, right, Deanna, like what? Why can't I have, right, me too. Me too, Cindy Lou. I think that if humans, I know, I think that if humans were like animals, we'd have a lot less issues in the world. You know, because animals are just better than people, especially these days. I'm just like, ugh, every day. I'm telling you. I don't know, like, where humanity went so wrong, right? But every day. Right, exactly. That, who the fuck needs all that? Not me. Amen. Somebody asked about cleaning her cage. I clean it twice a day and she's just one. That's because I'm a little bit neurotic about like being clean, you know? Oh no, you gotta lure them out with veggies. But it's not bad. I got one of those little brooms and dustpans and I just pick the fleece up. Stop. I pick the fleece up and like bring it to the middle and then just sweep it up. It's super easy. And if they're in a cage, it's even simpler. It's even easier. I just feel really bad putting them in cages. But I have decided that, right, Mahalo, that if Villy does not acclimate well, I will get a cage. I'll just cage her. In a big cage. But, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. Listen, she's big mad. Don't let it go for a week. Oh, I would never. I couldn't do that anyway. Oh my God, that's crazy. Ooh, my bad. That's crazy. When I got her, I brought her, I put a carrot in her cage and she was good. Papa was good with my guinea pigs too, you know. I use fleece. So, but I have multiple layers, right? So like when you see her in her enclosure, it's fleece, towel, absorbent layer, pee-pee pad. Like it's not just fleece on the floor, you know? But it's always been like the best way. I feel really bad caging an animal. I don't know. What, cricket? What do you mean? But look, that's exactly what I'm doing now. Is I'm going through the next, what will be the next live that I do with the transcripts. Right, Millie, somebody said Millie, but Maleficent, but call her Millie for short. There's a bunch of them in my comments, and I figured I would just take the one that she seems, because they have personalities. Oh, really? Yeah, I've never used stuff like that. When the old guinea pigs that I had, like before my 5 girls, I used the what's that paper called? Like that fluffy shit. I used that, but then I learned more about them, you know? Right. I learned more about them, so I adjusted some things, you know? I did. My sister sends me, but the babies in them, so I won't share them, you know? I wouldn't do that. I believe that all kids should be off, right, like hamster bedding almost, yeah, similar. But I learned more about them and acclimated their care to that. But they eat. I got her like a wooden house because I ordered like 2 or 3 Heidi's and every single one of them got canceled. Don't know why. They didn't give me a reason. So I went to PetSmart last night. No guinea pigs involved. And I got her like a little wood house. And she loves it so far. But I still want her to have something like comfortable. Right, but I could make that stuff too. So I could just go to Hobby Lobby and get fleece and make it. I got a guinea pig. I'm sorry, I'm trying. Good afternoon. Hi, Mechanic Mama. How are you? I hope that everybody's doing all right. I've been retreating more and more and more. Yeah, right. They do that. They are, Guinea Dad does, yeah. They do, Cheez-Its. Stop. I have been retreating more and more just because I'm so fucking over people, you know? And then I got her, so I've been distracted with that. Hi, crazy. Yeah, I have no tolerance for it, to be honest. Like, you're gonna blame me for somebody reaching out to me? How's that my fucking fault? And I find it highly embarrassing, but different people, different situations, you know? It's crazy. And it's unfortunate, but it ain't my problem, you know? Just be loud and wrong. Yeah, I know. It's so embarrassing. Like, it's so embarrassing to me. And then they wonder why, like, we're in two different places. Maybe that's it, right? It's fucking strange. It's just weird to me. Weird energy. Could be spent doing something a lot more productive, but what do I know? What are you doing? She's like scurrying around. I know, it's so weird. It's just weird to me. I was obsessed with Nancy Guthrie. Right, and like it's just weird. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I would never spend my time on somebody that could give a fuck less. No, I haven't gotten there yet. And that's the truth too, right? Like, I don't give a fuck. Keep talking. You know, it ain't affected me. I know that they wish it was affecting me, but it's not. Actually, my YouTube check coming up is the biggest one that I've made in a few months, so I guess thank you. I know, and like, here's the thing, y'all. Hi Rachel, somebody said something to me and was like, if it were you or me, it wouldn't be getting this much attention. And I swear to God, ever since I had that conversation, I just can't. I don't know. It's weird. I feel sorry for her family. I do. And I think that it's really difficult at all to sleep. I'm not even watching. That's the crazy thing. Like, at least the people I talk about watch me. It could never be me. Oh, do you want to see the new merch coming? I'll show you the new merch coming. Hold on. I could show you. You want a preview? Hold on. The second design isn't done because at the bottom it says check wood chipper, just so everybody knows. I agree, Steph. I'm with you. I'm with you. They're really not gonna like this one, and I really don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. So it says Mog Hater Club. There's a goalpost. You get it? And then a text bubble that says, I guess we're going to have to move it again. So, good luck. It's so crazy to me. Nope. It'll never be me. And that's a big, right. I can't take anybody seriously that doesn't do, like, corrections, retractions, take any type of accountability. I can't bother with that shit. Like, legitimately batting like 0 out of 1,000 and you're still going. I would be mortified. But, listen, I haven't. Not that, Becky. I've been really busy for like the past week or so doing things that I need to be doing in real life. So, yes, Ryan's birthday. Somebody said it was Stewie's birthday coming up. Did I miss that? But here's another thing. I really think, I appreciate you, Chris. I really believe that they know. I believe that the feds and the FBI the FBI and the sheriff's department know more than what they're letting on. You understand? I think that they know and they're just easy. But who watches Deception Detective? Because I just found out about this case and I'm like obsessed with it. It's an Australian case though. YouTube, yes, Deception Detective. He is an attorney trained in detecting deception and statement analysis. I love him. He's on YouTube. Hi, Deception Detective. Okay, and he's been covering a case of an Australian child that was on his own property and just went missing. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. Let me get it. Yes. Okay. This is it right here. Deception Detective. Right? And he, like, I love him. But he made a video yesterday and I didn't know about, I don't know either, but he made a video.
The video yesterday, along with a photo
about this kid, Gus.
For help to find their missing son.
Okay, you see this little kid, all right?
The plea comes almost 5 months after Gus disappeared from a remote family property near Yunta. 4 hours.
Hold on a second. So you're telling me, I think he was a 4-year-old, went missing 5 months ago, and his parents are just making a public plea? Yes, he went missing. I'm sorry, my bracelet is stuck on the towel. Bear with me. He went missing, okay? 5 months later, the parents released the video. And now, mind you, who took that video? If that's one of the last times that he was seen on this property, who took that video? 5 months? You don't put that video out for 5 fucking months? Also, if it's your remote property, where'd the kid go? That's crazy. That's crazy. Dude, like, if your kid is missing, why you would make a public plea like in an hour? What the fuck? But I was surprised because I never heard about it, right? The grandmother points at a gun at the journalist. Is that what you meant to say? I'm sorry. But, like, I never heard about it. And now I'm, like, obsessed. Oh, you're right. I did hear that. That they were there yesterday. And there was an arrest, but it wasn't related to the kid's disappearance. But, like, if you have video of the child right before they disappeared, okay? Hi, Sherry. How do you not immediately point the finger at the person taking the fucking video? Also, if you live in a remote area, right? Clearly this kid is riding his bike barefoot on his own property. 5 months later, and the parents are just making a plea? I don't know about y'all. Hi, Smurfette. But if you're 3-year-olds, I think he was 3 at the time. He would be 4 now. How long would it take y'all to release the video footage and a fucking picture of that kid? 5 months? I think not. I think, right, exactly. Are you licking my arm? What you doing? Absolutely fucking not. Okay? Hi, Daisy. Same day, at least. Okay, now mind you, the media was given 1 photo of him. They just released another 5 fucking months later. And people make exactly. People are making excuses and saying, well, it's just the way they are. I saw somebody say they were an Aussie. Are they reserved and not emotional? I cannot imagine, right? So he came up on my, hi, Kativo, like a new video, right? So I went and watched because I love him. And I'm watching this and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And absolutely, Red, absolutely. But if you don't have anything to hide, what would prevent you? And, like, hold on. Look at, I appreciate you, Christina. Look at this, all right?
North of Adelaide.
The middle of fucking nowhere, okay?
after Gus disappeared from a remote family property.
Yes, you heard that correctly. It took Gus Lamont's parents almost 5 months to issue a plea for help to find their missing son. And the plea itself only makes them look even more guilty. So in today's video, let's break it down. I'm Deception Detective, an attorney trained in statement analysis. This channel exposes lies and manipulation. So if that's your thing, hit subscribe. For early access to new videos, over 60 exclusive videos, and other cool perks, consider becoming a channel member. Link in description.
I like him.
Everyone watching is already familiar with Gus Lamont. This is my...
But hold on, let me put her back, y'all, because she's like moving around and I don't want her to move. Hold on. No, wait a second. You could go. Go ahead. I know. I was watching that, okay? And I'm like, 5 fucking months? 5 months? Right? So then it made my curiosity, you know? So I started digging and finding and reading what I could. But I love him, y'all. I love him.
Video about Little Mate. So instead of recapping the entire timeline, I just want to quickly recap my opinion of his parents before we break down their new statement. Ever since I first started analyzing this case, I've thought that they at least had guilty knowledge, and that's because they weren't acting like he was lost. From day one, they were acting like a crime had been committed. They immediately invoked their right to silence and went to the ground, trying to lay low, probably hoping that this would all blow over. In other words, the damage is already done from the months of silence from Gus's parents. And
now think about this, right? What he's saying is that the parents were not saying he's lost, right? The parents were using like past tense, gone, you know, stuff like that. And that is, hold on, y'all, I'm sorry. That, to me, okay, is a huge red flag. A lot of people don't pick up on that stuff, though, all right? So he's saying that the parents and the grandparents, who also were involved, I appreciate you, Tracy, were using different... They were not acting as though the kid was missing. But listen to what he's about to say, because he's not fucking wrong. Can y'all hear it?
Anything they desperately do or say now after the case has been declared a major crime only makes
exactly
it worse,
streams
because it
exactly
only reveals the inconsistencies in their behavior. And if that doesn't make sense, don't worry, I'll explain in a minute. For now, let's just get back into this update and we'll break it all down as we go.
Good evening. For the first time, we've heard from the shattered parents of Gus Lamont, giving an insight into what they've called the darkest days of their lives, and now making a public appeal for answers. And with it, a home video of the 4-year-old boy who vanished from the state.
But would you be emotionally, like, that's what he says. I don't know if it's this video, but he does say that people are making excuses for the family as far as like where they come from. It's just the way that people are. Like, they're not very emotional and blah, blah, blah. But listen, I'll play this video. Y'all could hear it though, right?
Mid-North almost 5 months ago.
A country lad barefoot on a sunset ride, carefree on his family's remote Mid-North property. This the first video we've ever seen of Gus Lamont playing on the land where he was last seen, and a new photo released alongside an emotional plea from his parents, who for the past 5 months have stayed silent. Through police, Jess and Josh saying, "We are united in our grief and we are united in our search for answers about what happened to our little boy who means everything to us."
Sorry, my
As
son.
I said in the intro, rather than making me think the parents are innocent, this new statement actually convinces me more than ever that they're guilty. And that's because it proves they knew what they needed to do and say in order to get the public's help to find Gus, but they just decided not to do it. For instance, they released the first ever video of Gus along with this statement to the public, presumably so it'd be easier for anyone who might spot him out somewhere to recognize him, as well as a second photo of him showing his profile, which begs the question, if they knew additional images of Gus would be helpful in finding him, why did it take them 5 months to do it? Even the one photo we do have of...
Hey everyone.
Stop! Deanna, you still here?
For instance, they released the first ever video of Gus along with his statement to the public, presumably so it would be easier for anyone who might spot him out somewhere to recognize him, as well as a second photo of him showing his profile, which begs the question, if they knew additional images of Gus would be helpful in finding him, why did it take them 5 months to do it? Even the one photo we do have of him took them 5 days to release. And just so there's no confusion with new viewers, I'll answer my own rhetorical question. I think it took them 5 days to release the first photo of Gus because they were expecting it all to blow over before they even had to do that. But beyond that, there's issues with the statement itself. Like the fact that Gus's parents signed off on it together, united in their grief. I just don't see how that's possible if we're supposed to believe their alibis. Remember, according to them, Jess was off with one of her parents attending to sheep when Gus disappeared, and Josh was miles away at his own house. They're an estranged couple. In other words, how can either one of them know that the other's alibi is true? Even the one grandparent who was supposedly alone with Gus when he disappeared isn't being accused by any of the other relatives. How can they all know for a fact that person wasn't responsible? Again, this all goes back to hoaxes and just how hard it is to pretend you're in a situation that you aren't.
Now, he's right. He's right. Now, this is Deception Detective, and he's saying, but that's true. How could you be so sure that this person is innocent? But wait, he is an attorney that is trained in detecting deception in statement analysis, okay? Just so you know, if you don't know who he is, that's what we're listening for.
As I pointed out in my very first video about this case, the grandparents, when they were supposedly looking for Gus for hours, never even called Josh to ask him if he knew where Gus was. You'd think is a strange fault.
Now, let me ask you a question. God forbid, I'm just asking a rhetorical question. Your 3-year-old child goes missing while with your mother. Okay. Hi, April. Do you not immediately call your ex-husband and say, hey, is Gus there? There's no calls?
Would be pretty high up on the list of people who might have taken
That's
Gus
true.
if they weren't looking. But no, he wasn't called the night Gus supposedly disappeared, nor was he called by them at all. The police are the ones who told him that Gus was missing. And this wouldn't be the only time a hoaxer has made that mistake. If you see my videos analyzing other suspicious missing child cases, they often fail to call people who they really should be calling if they actually had no idea what happened to their kid. Anyway, let's get back into this statement because it gets even worse.
Through police, Jess and Josh saying, we are united in our grief and we are united in our search for answers about what happened to our little boy who means everything to us. A search for answers and a plea for help. Gus's mum and dad saying our lives have been shattered and every moment without him is unbearable. We know someone out there may have information. We are pleading with that person or anyone who may have seen or heard anything to please come forward to give us the answers we so desperately need. This comes a week after a renewed police presence at Oak Park Station. Searching again for the 4-year-old boy.
Look at that terrain.
And again, leaving with no clues. It did come, though, with an arrest.
How does a kid just go missing on that terrain, y'all? It's desolate. There ain't nobody out there.
Gus's grandparent, Josie Murray, charged with an unrelated firearms offence.
Right.
The latest developments in a police investigation that's been ramping up.
I'm also declaring the disappearance of Gus Lamont to be a major crime.
And a suspect, someone who lived at the property with Gus in their sights, making it clear, though, that it's not either of Gus's parents. The pair today also thanking those who have been searching and those who have supported them. Your kindness has helped carry us through.
Listen to what he says, though, when he does break it down.
Us home and understand what happened to our beautiful boy.
Sam, thank you for that significant development.
Ever since Gus's family first reported him missing all the way back in 2025, the Australian media has excused their silence as just outback stoicism. They've got a stiff upper lip and they never break down, even if their kid goes missing. Well, even if I thought those people had a point, this statement disproves it. These are very emotional people, but they're only emotional when they're in trouble. While Gus was hopelessly lost in the Australian outback, his family was content to sit back and stay quiet. Police recently declared the case a major crime rather than just a simple missing persons case. Now everyone from the parents to the grandparents are releasing heartfelt statements about how innocent they are and how desperate they are and how much help they need. As you may have already figured out, I think it's all just very cynical. I think they're all guilty, and now that the heat has been turned up and things didn't blow over the way they hoped it would, they're going into damage control mode. The grandparents lawyered up as soon as it was declared a major crime. The parents have also lawyered up. The problem is, like I said right at the beginning, no matter what they say now or do now to repair it, they can't fix the damage of what happened early on in the case. They stayed silent when in reality they should have been looking and asking for help to find their missing kid. When the public called them out for their silence, none of them seemed to care because, well, the public can't enforce any penalties on them. It has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt in the court of law. But now that those cogs are finally starting to turn in the criminal justice system over in Australia, they're starting to panic. And I'll be here for it. So if you want me to continue analyzing this case, let me know by liking, commenting, and sharing. Check the end card for my Gus Lamont playlist if you want to binge watch my entire...
It took the parents 5 days to get a photo of that child to authorities so that they could look for him. 5 days? 5 days? And now 5 months later, because the officials have turned it into a major crime, now they want to release video? Something is super sus here. Exactly. I had no idea that this even existed until yesterday. What up, Two of a Kind? You're going to be mad I didn't screen record it either. I'll download a replay. 5 fucking months? Who does that? And I understand that people... how can I explain this? I understand that people that are from different places may handle things differently, but, however, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that any fucking parent, it doesn't matter where you're from, it is your child that is in danger and you're gonna react the fucking same. Yeah, you're gonna react the same. So, this is fucking insane. 5 months it took y'all, and a change in the investigation status, and I think that that's fucking important. So I've been on that for the last 24 hours because I just can't believe, I can't believe that there are parents like this out there. And the only hi Pookie, the only thing that makes sense in my mind is they're guilty, right? Because especially, you would say, yeah, it's Australia. You would say he's lost. Please bring him back. Their original statements didn't talk like that. Their original appearance. What do you mean? The original reaction was that something had already passed, right? I know. And why would they not have immediately, let's just I'm going to, hypothetically, if this were my kid, hypothetically, I would immediately call my estranged ex-husband. That would be the first phone call, right? Hey, do you have Gus? There's no calls to the people that he could have maybe been around or went and took. How? The only reason in my mind that would happen is because they already knew. That's the only thing that makes sense. You understand? That's the only thing that makes sense in my mind. Now, granted, trauma can, and I would imagine that would be traumatizing, right? Trauma can affect our reactions to things, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that if my kid was missing in the Australian outback, it don't make sense. And I never even heard of it until yesterday. I never even heard about it until I saw him reacting to the new shifts in the investigation. But that's crazy. Right. I got my kids are 21 and 22. I got their locations on at all fucking times. What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean? It blows my mind. It blows my mind that it's crazy to me. Right, and that too, right? Yo, did anybody, did anybody see Bill Clinton's, did anybody see Bill Clinton's testimony in that deposition? Does everybody remember I did not have sexual relations with that woman? Do y'all were we experiencing deja vu or what? Why do these people think that, y'all get it, right? Did you see him shaking? Picking up the coffee cup? It is crazy. You saw the shaking, right? I didn't, y'all. I've been super behind. And TikTok has me shadow banned to hell because I talk about the Epstein files. And they don't like that. Yeah, right. They're all guilty. I can't say that enough. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. If you were involved in this situation, toodles. You know what? Maybe we should do like Handmaid's Tale and put them on a wall. Maybe then, and this is part of the problem, they're not scared anymore because they're protected. So what is going to, right, like what is going to, like people, in order for people to be afraid, like, but I'm gonna just use this like schmurder, right? People don't necessarily schmurder people as much as they used to because they know that with technology they could be caught and jailed, right? Maybe if we did that with P3DOs, okay, they would be scared to reoffend, but no. We're gonna do one of the biggest cover-ups I've ever fucking seen ever in my life. Like, I'm mind blown that these people could have all the fucking evidence right in front of their face and they're like, nah, he's not guilty. What? Hi, Elevate. It's crazy to me. It is crazy to me. And because of that, the cycle will fucking continue. Because it's being allowed. Put them on the fucking wall. Throw them in the goddamn wood chipper. Okay, and then maybe people would be scared to not commit these types of crimes. Facts. It makes me fucking crazy. Did you see the new merch, 2 of a kinds, or was that before you came in? It makes me sick. Hold on, I'll show you. Oh, I'm sorry. And then at the bottom, it says, check wood chipper. Places a P3DO belongs. Churches, schools, the internet, political office, and then the bottom says, check mark, wood chipper. I know. He just texted me because his fiance was in here. I don't know if she's still in here. And look at what he just texted me before he came in here. I swear, if a guinea pig shows up at my house, we're fighting. Yes, it will be a t-shirt. It's just not live yet. But it's coming. I don't understand it. I'll never fucking understand. We are going backwards. That's what we're doing. We're going backwards. And it is infuriating. Hi, Michelle Lynn. I hope you're doing all right. It is. She's doing good. I had her out for a while, but I put her back. Right. Just put them in the fucking wood chipper. Period. That's the only place that they belong. They don't belong in society. I don't know, I don't understand how we got here because it is very well known that there is no cure for pedophilia. There is no cure for it. It is like an OCD. It is an impulse that they obsess over until they commit the act. We know this. Psychological, there's a ton of studies. Chemical castration doesn't stop the impulse. Why in the fuck are we going in the wrong direction? I'll never understand it. I will never understand it. It is incredibly frustrating. She's good. It is incredibly frustrating. No therapy will ever work. The only, hold on a second. The only cure for that is a dead pedophile doesn't fucking reoffend. You see my profile picture? I fucking mean it. Sorry. And that's what's fucked up, is that it's the people that are in power that are doing the most. I've gone through, I don't know, what is her name? Dr. Emily? I'll show you. Right? And it's fucking infuriating. I'll show you her Instagram account. I adore her. But she's been posting a lot of the Epstein stuff, right? I'm not worried about it.
She was made to take a gun and put it up to someone's head. It was another child and pull the trigger.
Where are the babies? That's what I want to know.
Hello. My name is Katie Groves, and
I want to know where the babies are. That's what I want to know. Because that's like the crazy.
Very, very disturbing photos in the Epstein files. And I debated on whether I should even show these photos. But we're being gaslit that a lot of these victims were like 16 or 17.
No.
Megyn Kelly even said it's not like they were 8.
Yeah, they were.
Here's the first photo. This girl's like 10. She's just a kid. My daughter has shoes that are very similar to those shoes. And here's the other photo. And this girl's like 8 years old. And her shirt is pulled down. And I want to make it very clear that the first thing this administration did when they went into office is they redacted all of the co-conspirators' names before the Epstein Transparency Act even passed. The FBI knows who took this photo. They know who this photo was sent to. They know who sent the photo. And they are trying to protect those people. Why is this administration protecting the...
Who does this, dude? And he's not wrong. They know. They're just fucking covering it. They know.
This is so nuts.
I'm looking for...
Okay, let's look at another Epstein file together. This is another journal. Let you read. Old enough to drive to
The journals
anywhere, happy,
are
sweet 16.
fucking
I love you. Happy birthday.
gut-wrenching.
That says Jeffrey there. Next page.
They know.
And here we get just some more code. So this says, went to a party at this huge house to meet this man named Mr. Robert and his pretty wife Jill. I couldn't make out the next few words, but
She's been posting a lot of them
blank,
too.
Exact British lady from Clearwater was there. She talked to me all night. She wants me to come to her. Couldn't make it out in Florida.
Oh yeah.
So I can learn
all of them
things to get away from Mary. Okay, now it gets pretty dark. So this coded page says, no one can prepare you for this shit. I am so fucking lost. Why did Mr. Colgan agree to this? Jeffrey treats me like I am special property, and when I need Ghislaine, she's working, and Mary is just as batshit crazy as my mom. Joe Gibbs is so nice, but Dan Snyder is a pig, a red-skin hoggette. The other girls, well, some are nice, but I hate Alice in freaking Wonderland.
These are their
See
journals.
what she's putting on here. There's a Harvard t-shirt, New York, and a ballet dancer. She writes.
So they kept journals, but they would write. I don't know. I didn't see how they deciphered, but they would write in code so that nobody could read them. Somebody broke that code, and they've been transcribing them. Where are the babies? That's what I want to know. Because these children got pregnant. Where are those babies? I think that this is just, I think that the Epstein files are just the beginning. And I know that people, exactly. I think that people take my stance as like me being on one side or the other. I don't give a fuck what political parties they're a part of. If they had a part in it, they should Bye. I don't give a shit. I don't think that I don't think that the other administrations that knew about it and did nothing are any fucking better. If you are complicit, then you should be held accountable. It does not, period. An offender is an offender. And these people, because they are so loaded with so much money and power, they've been allowed to continue. It is gross. It is gross. And it is never gonna be fucking normalized over here. Ever. I'm never going to just be like, oh yeah, okay, I got it. No. It's gross. It's gross that we're even supposed to sit and take it. I will say that I think that the Epstein files has been a major shift. I appreciate you, Jerry. In Trump supporters. I think that he's lost a lot of people with the Epstein files, because you could only gaslight your way through it for so long, you understand? And there are people, have a good day, I'm almost done, that have voted for him that are like, what the fuck did I do? I agree, beauty junkie, I agree. But the ones that are still making excuses are the ones that are never going to see it. And that's how it is with a cult, unfortunately. But you're always going to have extremists, right? You're always going to have people that are total extremists. And then those people that are in the middle, right? Those are the ones that are open up their eyes and being like, huh? What? What's happening here? And believe me, he lost, like they're talking about Florida turning blue. Do you understand what that means? There is extremists on both sides. And I've always been right in the middle anyway. Like I believe with both sides have decent things. But what I'm never going to be okay with is pedophilia. Right? It's crazy. I think that the Epstein files are really caused a problem for him. I really do. Did the Republicans that aren't MAGA still vote for Trump? I have a few people that I know that are Republican and have voted Republican their entire life, and they did not vote because they refused to vote for him. And that's wild. I've never been a fan, but that's because I've always, like, I think that New Yorkers know because they're allowing it. Like, I feel like because it's always been like, he's always been like a skeevy. Normal men do not have over 26 sexual assault allegations. They just don't. That's not a thing. Right. I know. Right. Stop. Yeah. And I don't know why he's not impeached yet, because they're covering for him. And that's what's unfortunate. And I know that people get frustrated, but there are people that 100% supported him, rode for him, and are now like, I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't want nothing to do with that. So that's all we can hope for, is that enough people are opening their eyes. You know what I don't understand? What do they think is going to happen when they're not in office anymore? Right. There's a lot of people, but they're not thinking that far ahead. They're not thinking exactly. They're not thinking what is going to happen when we don't hold this title anymore. And that is wild to me, because as soon as they're out of office, what protects them? Weird. Bingo, ravioli. Bingo. Yeah, but they did, no. But the royal family did cover for him for a while. He was mama's favorite, right? They did cover for him for a while. Don't get me wrong. When you know better, you do better, right? And I am just mortified that other countries are trying to, like, they stripped him of his titles off Virginia's testimony alone. What is happening in this country? If a prince can lose his titles because they believed a victim, I appreciate you, Tracy, that's a pretty one. What the fuck are we doing? Because it's there, y'all. It's there. And I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Some people find the prettiest gifts. I don't know what the answer is. But I know that there are people that are 100% opening their eyes and they're like, this is not what I voted for. And those are the people that can be saved. Or not saved in a religious sense, right? But those are the people that are not so blinded by hatred, right? That they allow themselves to believe the lie. And unfortunately, right, they're standing on business and we're just like, nope, nothing to see here. Wild. It is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I'm never going to be okay with that side. I think that they all should go. They should all be stripped of whatever titles, responsibilities, ousted out of office. I don't give a fuck who it was. If they're in a political office and their name is in those files, they should no longer have that protection. That's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. And that's what I'm saying. That's what's so fucked is that the FBI knows. They know. The FBI knows who got sent what, who paid what for what. You think that they don't know? They know. They're choosing to cover it up. And that's what's fucking gross. That's what's gross to me. Because their allegiance is coming before the victims. And I can't stand that. The fact that Pam Bondi wouldn't even turn around and look at those fucking victims said everything. That said everything. She couldn't even turn around and face them. It's her department. And the FBI that should be following up on these leads to make sure that those victims get justice. And she couldn't even turn around and face them. That's the government that we live in. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So she was actually the prosecutor. She's from Palm Beach, right? So she knew of Epstein long before, right? It's crazy, dude. It's all so fucking crazy. It's so crazy to me. Right. She knew. Right. Exactly. The U.S. attorney is supposed to work for who? The American people. Instead, I appreciate y'all. Hi, Elizabeth. She is actively campaigning, trying to shield the corrupt. And I'm pretty sure that in her job description, thank you, Tracy, in her job description, those victims should come before her collusion and corruption to protect the people in power that did this to people. It blows my mind. Hi, JC, you're good. I'm about to end. It blows my mind. It really does. It really blows. And I say it all the time. I don't know the answer. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know. And when I am in that type of situation, I tend to go the other way and just shut it down. But that ain't getting us nowhere. We need people to talk about it so that other people can open their eyes to what's actually going on here. And then hopefully, right, because as long as we're united, they can't take it. That's why they want these fucking division. They want the division. And unfortunately, a lot of people give them that. Two of a kind. I said like Handmaid's Tale, throw them on the wall. Maybe then, maybe if we started putting P3DOs on a wall, people would be afraid and not continue to do that. That's just my opinion. Right, and that's what I'm saying, Beauty Junkie. And it's really stomach churning that unfortunately we're going the other way. And it's sad. It's sad. And I can't say this. I appreciate you, JC. I can't say this clear enough. I don't give a fuck if you are a Republican. I don't give a fuck if you're an independent. I don't give a fuck if you're a Democrat. If you were involved with Jeffrey Epstein's fucking mass trafficking and prostitution of children, you belong on the wall. It is not a partisan issue. All together. Everybody, all of them, no saving one or the other. And I used to get so frustrated, right, when people like Biden's laptop, if he did something wrong, put him in prison. And I think that that's a big difference between people that are like Trump supporters and people that voted for independent or a Democrat. If you committed the crime, do the fucking time. No, like I wasn't out here campaigning for Hunter Biden's laptop, but guess what? If he committed the crime, put him in fucking prison. I don't understand that. But when the other ones, right? When Trump is out here committing crimes and is convicted of crimes, we give him the presidency. That's what blows my mind. Is that the people that like it for me, if you commit a crime, you should be held accountable for that crime no matter what your political party or beliefs are. If you commit the crime, you should be held accountable for the crime. So broken. So broken. But that's just my opinion. If Joe Biden committed crimes, put him in fucking prison. We should not have these people out here committing crimes all over the fucking place and then reward them and put them in the most powerful seat in the country. A criminal is a criminal, no matter what fucking political party they're affiliated with. And somewhere along the line, we lost that, and people started drawing this invisible line, and that just fucked everything up. It blows my mind. It blows my fucking mind. The people that are like, well, Trump is a 32-time convicted felon, those same people, right, me, it would say if Joe Biden committed and was convicted of 32 felonies, put him in fucking prison. But there's some kind of disconnect there where they don't see it that way. I don't care who it is. If they did it, put them in prison. It's crazy to me. Literally. Crazy. Anyway, I'm going to go back to my editing of this transcript. I will download the replay for people that came in late. That way you see it. Okay. I don't care who it is. And I don't know if people make this and point the finger that if I say that, then I have to be supporting one or the other. That's not true. I personally, again, I will say they all fucking suck. They all suck. They all say whatever the fuck they want to get elected into office and then shit on us. That's just the way it goes. Paul's trial transcripts. I was doing that and I decided to take a break and come live. So don't be a piece of shit today. Kelly, you could get on this here internet and lie about whatever the fuck you want. It's not going to change the fact that you stole from us. It's not. It's not going to change the fact that you continue to commit felonies while on 10-year felony probation either. Okay? We don't care. We don't care. You stole from us. Hi. I hope everybody has a good day. Don't be a piece of shit today. Yeah, I got no pity. She's a fucking liar. She could create all the fake text messages she wants and ain't nobody gonna believe you, bitch. Imagine that. Exactly, JJ. Don't be a piece of shit today. I'm sorry I'm ending. I will post it because I had her with me for most of the live. I just got to download a replay because I didn't record it. So I will see you all soon. Be careful on these streets, y'all.